Yun na, hindi natin nakikita yung sarili.
So today is June 15, 2026. And we have several bank activities on schedule. So we have the procurement conference for goods and related services, as well as the book conference for goods and related services. And the opening of goods and related services under alternative mode of procurement. And that's it. Deliberation of one civil works project. So before opening this proceeding, we will first reserve continuous mind for exposition.
Di kayo may team yan pang nagkiwa yan. Inaswal ako sa tawa din ng tayo. Kaya gusto natin yung mga para tinapidin yan sa tapin. Kaya isa authority ka na.
First time ko narinig ang happy namin.
Thank you, sir. May request the secretariat that will allow of attendees.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and everyone for today's pre-procurement conference, review conference, and opening of reference conditions, as well as the deliberation for the motion for consideration. Here are his. Thank you, Attorney Jahara Pakadaso, the bank chairperson. Sir Khan, Timan Sungayan, back member. Engineer Arnold and Langkaya, back provisional member, joining us via Zoom. Ma'am Nerhani J. Ibrahim, back CWG Goods. Ma'am Hannelyn S. Yang, back CWG for Civil Works. Engineer Jessica Romano, back Secretariat. Attorney Saidami M. Ongchol, back Secretariat. Ma'am Grace Marcelo, back Secretariat. Engineer Vanessa J. Salazar, back Secretariat. Engineer Aya M. Baulo, procurement staff. Ma'am Hajar M. Sarif, end user representing the planning and design division. Ma'am Donna Cordero, end user representing the supply section. Engineer Janala Magan Romano, procurement staff. Also joining via Zoom is the representative of our COA auditor. We have Ma'am Aisa Ahan. That would be all.
We also have guests.
So we also have one end user code, which it is sa Tagalagayan. Tinawag, it is sa Tagalagayan.
While waiting for the names of our participants, so maybe sector person in the and we are also currently live streaming the official YouTube account of DPW Studio well. And maybe I available posted on the website and also in the Zoom ID as posted in the invitation to view. Do we still have other participants?
Yes, Madam Chair. We also have Ma'am Edessa Tagadaya representing the end user and also observing today's conference representing the suppliers. We have Ma'am Cherry Saison from Czech Foods and Ma'am Nika Nico from AFL 160 Corporation. That was.
So thank you. So considering that majority of the back personal independence, 50 out from 5 independent, I hereby declare it in form of any order. Budget.
Facebook man lang po.
Given siya, sir.
Nga pala.
Are we online?
Yes.
For our Vivid Conference for Goods and Related Services, we have two contracts in agenda. 26 GM 003 procurement of fuel diesel for use of quality assurance and technology division in PwC and 26 JM 004 procurement of fuel services with benefit for use in the conduct of the election transition plan. Training will part of 5, part 1 and 2, other planning design commission, PwC. So to present the basic contract data of these contracts, you will hear from procurement staff, general development level one.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The basic contract is for new contracts for Pacific Conference. For contract ID 26 BM003, procurement of fuel diesel for use of quality assurance metrology division, typical to the institutional office of Ramadan State. The approved budget for the contract is 3 million pesos. Contract duration is 125 days. The cost of being document is 5,000. For contract ID 26 procurement of savings with venue for use in the conduct of devolution transition under planning and design of the because of the institutional office of the approved budget for the contract is still beyond 234,000 pesos. Contract duration is 365,000.
To present the requirements of the leasing document. The instructions, general conditions and specifications in the contract and the agreed upon of this. So this will be discussed by the respective contract subject of this agreement. So a jar for the planning and design and for quality assurance and knowledge discussed by Michelle Mariano.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Quality assurance and division will be discussing the schedule of performance for contract ID 26 GM003. So the procured diesel in a quantity of 33,350.33 liters. Now the quantity indicated is an estimate based on the ABC for the contract and prevailing market conditions at the time of preparation of the design. The total actual quantity to be withdrawn during contract implementation may vary depending on the prevailing cost price and shall not exceed. For technical specifications, the diesel fuel should be compliant with the Philippine National Standard, compliant with RE 8749 for the Clean Air Act of 1989, and compliant with Euro 4 standards. Also, other relevant documents to be submitted is the manpower requirement, which includes the proof of proper storage and warehousing, proof of quality assurance and testing services, and environmental reviews. That would be all for contract ID 6 PM.
Again, good morning to each and everyone. For contract ID 26 GM 004, I will now present the terms of reference for the procurement of catering services with venue for use in the conduct of devolution transition plan, training module 5, batch 1 and 2, in line with the policy of promoting transparency in all transactions and compliance with the Public Act number 9184, otherwise known as the Government Procurement Reform Act, DPWH 2012, intends to procure catering services for 1-year contract to provide meals and snacks for the participants, resource speakers, and staff attending various training courses under the approved 2026 training calendar. Under the scope of work, the caterer shall provide 1 lunch and 2 snacks consisting of morning and afternoon snacks. Lunch shall include rice, vegetable meats, and fish, desserts, purified water for participants, bottled water for resource speakers, and assorted juices and soft drinks. The meals delivered shall be inspected by BAC, TWG, end users, and other concerned offices to ensure compliance with approved menu and required quantity. The caterer shall provide free flowing coffee with sugar and creamer or 3-in-1 coffee throughout the training durations, including side dishes during lunch. The caterer shall also provide tables for food, set up tablecloths, curtain, food warmers, coffee makers, water dispensers, bottled water for speakers, drinking glasses, plates, cups and saucers, table napkins, and other necessary utensils. All meals must be nutritious, properly prepared, fairly priced, and strictly no pork. Food must be served warm and handled by well-groomed personnel observing proper hygiene standards, including the use of hairnets, clear mouth covers, clean uniforms, and properly cleaned meals. The caterer shall demonstrate proper food service serving practices and prepare monthly billing statement together with all requirements supporting documents. Buffet plated, buffet plated or packed meals shall be served according to the requirements of each training activity. The caterer shall be liable for any illness, injury, or related medical expenses resulting from improper food handling. The, the address possible increases in attendance. The chief of the training section may require a buffer equivalent to 5 additional meals serving. Participation in food tasting during pre-bid activity is mandatory and form shall form part of the evaluation process. The caterer must also maintain a satisfactory performances rating based on previous catering services. The approved ceiling price for one meal and two snacks shall be based on the approved detailed budget estimates for the end user. For activities with 51 to 60 participants, the caterer shall provide 4 food service per personnel. The caterer shall serve meals and snacks for 60 participants daily, including the training staffs and resource speakers. Grounds for termination of service include repeated use of unclean utensils, repeated failure to comply with scope of work, and 3 consecutive poor performance rating. The delivery, the deliverables includes the provision of meals and snacks as scheduled and the submission of charge invoice, attendance sheets, and other supporting documents at the end of every training conducted. The human resource development section shall provide the caterer with the monthly training schedule, and the others shall deploy the necessary personnel accordingly. Payment shall be processed by DPWH Regional Office 12 upon completion of the services and submission of the required billing documents. Finally, approved budget for this procurement is 2,232,000 pesos. Ends the presentation of terms and reference. Thank you, Madam Chair.
May you confirm with the end user or as in the terms of reference if there is a requirement for the food tasting during class?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Already
So,
indicated she's at the.
yes,
The documents to be submitted by the leaders under technical and financial proposal. Should we discuss about
The Madam Chair, for the documents comprising the bids, we have technical and financial components. For the first bid envelope, it should contain the following technical documents, including the eligibility documents. First, we'll just certificate of registration, document number 6. Second, statement of NFCC or the largest completed contract. Third, NFCC computation or committed line of credit. Fourth, statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, rather similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be made. Fifth, if applicable, joint venture agreement or in the absence of a duly notarized statements from all potential JV partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JDA in the event that the bid is successful. Sixth, bid security in the prescribed form and amount in accordance with ITB plus 16 on validity period under ITB plus 15. 7. Technical specifications will include production or delivery schedules, manpower requirements, or after-sales service for parts, if applicable. 8. Omnibus sworn statement. And lastly, for foreign bidders claiming eligibility by reason of their country's extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of other countries stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in their government procurement duties for the same item of product. For the second bid envelope, it shall contain the following financial documents. First, bid form, which includes the bid price. Second, price schedules in accordance with ITB plus 13.1, and if applicable, certificates of domestic preference in accordance with ITB plus. Whenever necessary, modifications may be made to the following components to for major and specialized procurement to suit the particular needs of the procuring entity subject to the approval of the GPPs. All bids that exceed the ABC shall not be accepted unless otherwise refuted in the bid data. For foreign funded procurement, the ABC shall be applied as the ceiling to bid prices, provided the following conditions are met. Bidding documents are available free of charge on a freely accessible website. If payment of bidding documents is required by the procuring entity, payment could be made upon the submission of bids. And the procuring entity procedures in place to ensure that consent payments made by the responsible procuring entity and that the estimates reflect the quality supervision as well as permitting process associated with the types of work or the procuring entity has established a system to monitor and report bid prices relative to ABC and engineering entities. Third, the government of the Philippines and foreign governments or foreign or international finance institutions may agree to waive the foregoing.
Thank you, Chair. We will proceed with the discussion on what I say and it's just so this will be
Give Madam Chair. This is here to set up the bids in case the bids cannot be open due to justifiable reasons. The bank shall take possibility of this bids to the opening of offices to be posted on the PhilJet's website, the website of the procuring. The manner of opening of the bids for goods shall depend on the award criterion to be adopted as follows. For LCRB and MARB, the bank shall open technical and financial proposals by the day. For MARB, the technical proposal shall be opened on the same day, so the financial proposal shall be made in time. It shall keep executed the specified times of your in the bid. For the detailed evaluation and comparison, each entity's evaluation shall be based on the bid price quoted in the bid form. Which price section. The procuring entity which have passed the opening and preliminary examination item plus most economical advantages and the evaluation of the components of the bids to establish the correct calculated price of the bid and the ranking of the total bid prices to calculated from the lowest to the highest, where the bid with the lowest price shall be identified as the evaluation of these using non-discretionary criteria, considering the following. A, the completeness of the bid, unless the bid leadership allows partial shall be considered non-responsive and thus automatically listed. These are arithmetical correction. The back should apply arithmetical corrections comparison. For post qualification, the bank should determine to its evaluation as having submitted MEAB or MEAB as in case complies with is responsive to all the regulations of 5, 12.1. That will be all. We have all the facts I explained, the responsibility documents, the planning and design, we have. The documents for different project years. This was discussed in area and follow. The first year of the year, the first contract. The deadline of the examination is on June 24th. June 24, 2026, immediately after the deadline, DPWH Regional Office Lord from analysis. Any changes or revisions to this contract? So we issues if they're yes.
Ano? Iba. Any questions? For hearing conference of the two conference and related services. So if there are none, this is already convened for all of the bank activities. So shall we add more for purpose of the previous conference and to proceed with the deliberation on one civil war contract.
Mag-opening.
Adjourned for the purpose of video conference only of victims related services and to proceed with the deliberation of civil war contracts. It's Sir Maraki is ready.
Okay, so there being no more to discuss for the government repeat conference. Repeat conference. For the contract ID number 26 GM003 and contract ID number 56 GM004. May I hereby move for its adjournment and proceed with the other activity position on our committee for the delivery of Motion for consideration, sent by, from
Are there any objections? Or the motion ended? No objection. Duly seconded.